Hey guys, it's Kamilla Lanae and I thank you so much for clicking this video. I am here to tell you guys why you may not be booked in acting jobs. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, I'm sorry I forgot the title, that's why I had to look down at my notes and yeah, so whatever. Alright, like I said before, I probably did say this before, I don't know, I tell people this all the time. It may not be you. Your acting might have been amazing. Your acting might have been top notch, the best person in that room, but you just didn't fit that character. You didn't have that look. So it might not be you specifically, I mean your acting specifically. You might not have to did anything better because they loved it so much. It's just that you didn't have the look. And that's okay. That happens sometimes and you can't get upset because just because they didn't pick you for that part, they might have you in mind for future films. They might have you in mind for a lead character in a few months to a year. Like, you just never know. Just be patient with this acting industry. That's what you really have to do, be patient. Now, when you're auditioning, 99.9999% of the time you're being recorded. So if you went to the audition room, you might have forgotten to slate. Hi, my name is Kamilla Lanae, and then maybe you probably didn't do that and you forgot, which is not okay really, because they probably don't even know who you are and they're like, oh, they didn't even slate, whatever, next. And they might not even got a chance to see how great you were. But that's just how they are, because they are very, very busy people and they want to work with professional people that know what they're doing, and that's just always on point. Because they want to know when they're on set, they don't have to rely on, worrying about helping you out and doing this and doing that, because they know you're good. So like, you can't slate in your audition, that's a bad thing, and they're just like, okay, we don't want to work with this person. Next. We don't have time. We don't have time for this. Sometimes it's best to dress the part because you want them, like I said for my first tip, I mean, you may not look like the character, so you want to dress the part as best as you can when you go to the audition, so you can give them an idea and let them visualize you as that character while they see you acting that character. So when I go to my auditions, I'll always dress the part, dress that character. I have my hair however I should have it, if it's some, like, whatever. Like, I don't know, but I don't want to mess up my hair because I'm about to show you guys some stuff, but whatever. Just try to dress the part as best as you can with your whole outfit and your hairstyle as well. And also, don't wear too much jewelry and too much stuff, and it's just gonna be too much, okay? Don't do too much. To be honest, you might just need acting lessons. Your acting skills might just be really horrible, and I'm just being honest. Even if it's not really horrible, it just might be bad, and they just didn't like it, so they didn't pick you. You might be doing too much, going way overboard, just being too extra. And I'm telling you, I get that. When I audition people for my movies, I be seeing that sometimes, and I just be like, oh my god. And I audition people for other movies or shows or whatever it's for, like, and people are doing like way too much. And yeah, people really be doing way too much sometimes, so you want to make sure you're not going overboard, you're not doing way too much. Try to stick to the script as best as possible. You can take it up a little notch, like a half little teensy notch, but don't take it up too much because they're not gonna like it. You may just be being too dry. They might not like you because you're just dry, or you're boring, and you're just not energized. You have just no energy. Like, that can really be the reason. They're just like, oh, they're boring. They might think your personality is boring, you have no energy, you're not a fun person to work with. That's what they might think, and like I just said, you won't be a fun person to work with because how they see your personality, so they wouldn't be interested in hiring you for that part. Now, say if you were like rude to someone earlier at the audition or whatever, like, you never know who's watching, you never know who is who, you never know who works there, who's who, you just never know. So you have to always be nice when you go in the audition room. So sometimes you might go in the audition room and or before you even get an audition room, you might be rude to somebody downstairs if somebody relays the message to somebody else, or you might have been rude to the casting director and you didn't even know that was casting director, and they just was like, okay, I'm going to be this rude person and let them audition even though they're not going to get picked. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna let them audition. I'm gonna let them waste their time here and they're not going to get picked. They might think that because they are like, yo, like, they don't have time to work with the rude people, ignorant people like you. They want positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. And that's understandable. I do too. And that's not just in the acting, dealing with filming or anything. That's just my everyday life. I want positive energy around me. And you know, if they feel like they're going to be working with you for months and months and months, like they want to like you. That's the whole point of audition. Of course, to see your acting skills, but they want to see your personality too. And you have such a short amount of time to show them that. But you have to figure out how you can show them. Let's say if you have to bring your own material, your side or monologue or whatever, to sometimes you might bring the wrong monologue, the wrong piece of sides or whatever to read. Like sometimes it just might not be good and it doesn't fit you, and you just, you know, it just wasn't interesting to them. So like if you have to bring, I don't really feel like they do that anymore. I really don't remember an audition where you had to bring your own stuff. I mean, if they do that anymore, I don't know. Maybe that's for like, I don't know, but yeah. So you could have been talking way too low and they couldn't hear your name, they couldn't hear you talking, and they're just like, this is going to be a problem later. Next. Literally just because you were talking too low. Like, just because you were talking too low. Even that goes for if you're talking too loud. They're like, oh my God, why? Like, why does she have to talk that loud? I'm like, what the heck is that? So, yeah, you just want to make sure you're not talking too loud. You're just talking normal, talking a normal thing. Because yes, when they're filming, they're going to have boom posts and mics and all that in your face or on you or whatever. But they want to make sure you can talk properly, normal. If you're not professional, like they want to make sure. They want to make sure that you're professional. So if you're not professional, it's going to be like they want to work with professional people. Like they have to see that you're professional. You have to be professional. Like you just have to. That's a must. That's just a must. Maybe nothing. Like your acting skills might have been thebomb.com. It's just that they were picking out of you and 4 other people, and they're just like, what can we do? And like you never know. Like you guys could have been all amazing. They just had to do any, mini, miny, or just let a random person pick or whatever. Like I don't know. I never did that with my acting thing. I mean, like, you know, casting people, but maybe somebody could do that because I do come across people that's really, really good, but I don't go like any, mini, miny, moe. But yeah, so you want to make sure that, you know, you're acting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, your acting probably was really, really good. It's just like, they just like, oh, who can we pick? And then they just didn't pick you. But that's okay. That's okay. Because you have a million and trillion, gazillion, whatever those numbers go up to. You have so many more opportunities to audition for so many more movies, TV shows, commercials, and everything. Like, you have so much more time and so many more auditions to go to. Now, you may just not be memorable. Like, for example, like you might come in here and you might just do what everybody else did and leave, and it's like, oh, okay, like they were okay, but you know, they're not really memorable. You have to make sure they remember you. I'm not going to tell you how you should make sure they remember you. I'm going to let you figure that out, and you guys let me know what are some good ways to have a casting director remember you, because you want to be remembered at auditions. You have to be remembered. You just have to make sure that you make sure they remember you. You have to, because that's a bigger chance for you to get picked. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Please keep coming back for more. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much. Peace.